Hey guys, Justin Calora, Temp Fitness Factory. Today we're going to go over dynamic warm-ups. This is really good to do with my clients when they're either showing up late, don't have enough time, or group setting with athletes trying to get everybody warmed up at the same time. So typically, best way, I'd like to have everybody already went through the self-myofascial release, go to the movement flow video that we just put out, so follow that program. And then once you get done with that, then we're actually going a step further into dynamic warm-ups. And all of this is done before we even touch a weight. This is all warm-ups, trying to get total body movement, trying to get joints moving, trying to get as much flexibility as possible. That's going to help with alleviating injury. It's going to help with reduction of pain. It's going to help with recovery. So we're going through all these things before we even touch weights and actually get started in the program. So first thing we're going to do, these are all going to be stretching while moving. So instead of there sitting and holding an isometric exercise, we're actually going to sit there and actually go into the stretch, move out of it, just get enough deep into the stretch, and then move out of it. So the first one's just going to be hip flexor, pushing down in, get the stretch, moving out of it. Typically we'd have a lot more space. I wouldn't have my clients in this room while we're doing this, so we'd actually be going through and doing a number of reps. We may do 5 one way, may turn around and do 5 the other way. Next we're going to do is going to be a hamstring stretch. So all the exercise is going backwards, taking a small little step, stretching the hamstring. A couple notes. Make sure we're keeping the hip of the leg that's back rotated forward. I don't want to be here, my hip opened way up. I actually want to keep that rotated internally. And we're going through, leaning. The more you force your hips back, if you have really flexible hamstrings, you may need to go into almost a squat. So the more you flex your hips back, the more you get a stretch. So what it looks like in motion, we're stretching, taking a little step. And you see how these would be great in groups. You can actually keep your groups in line, moving through, everybody going through at one time. Either pick a number of reps or pick a distance. I like distance and just go through that way. So next one we're gonna do is gonna be knee hugs. We already went through and did hip flexors, a little bit of quad. We went through and just did hamstrings. Now we're gonna get a little bit of glute, a little bit more hamstring going into knee hugs. So picking up, grabbing the knee, lose balance like I do. Picking up, grabbing the knee, pulling up. Big thing, keep this back leg straight. I don't wanna see this, which what a lot of people wanna do. So back leg straight, pulling knee hug up. Stepping into the next one. And same thing, we're going distance on those. From there, we're gonna work some extra rotation of the hip. So now that we did knee hugs, next one we're gonna do, you can grab ankle or you can grab foot. I typically like ankle a little better. Good time to test your balance. So we're going from here and we're forcing that extra rotation of the hip. So what it looks like in motion is once we're here, we stepped, we're grabbing ankle, trying to pick up hip height and rotate out. And then you're stepping again, grabbing, rotating out through. Next we're gonna do, it's gonna be for your quads. So with the quad stretch, there's 2 ways to do it. I like grabbing the foot opposite side, a little bit more natural motion of the knee, and just lifting, pulling. So going through here, lifting, pulling on the quad. Next way, once we've gotten good at that, we're gonna take it a little step further. So we're gonna do the quad stretch, here holding, nice straight line. Once you find balance, we're gonna lean while keeping the foot lifted up. Really important when you're doing this, I don't wanna let this go. It completely takes away from the stretch. So keeping the bottom leg straight, not bending the knee, keeping this flexed so we're getting the quad stretch. Reaching down into it, coming up. Lose balance. I gotta do it a couple times, it's fine, it's normal. Going into it. From there, we're gonna do marching. I love this because all clients usually do it wrong the first time they ever try it. Flowing through. It's just a step and a kick. Both legs need to stay straight. It's just gonna be a really good hamstring stretch while moving. So both legs straight, just kicking up, going through. Reason I say most clients do this wrong, for some reason, keeping the leg straight, that little step kick really messes everybody up. So typically I'll get clients doing something like this, which is what we don't want. Just try to remember it's step then kick, not kick then step. So just a little normal step, kick the leg. Next we're gonna do a little bit of lateral shuffle. So with the lateral shuffle, we're going in and out. What we're gonna do is make sure we go both sides or else you're overloading on one side. So we're going one side, other side, and then it's a skip. Couple things, I'm trying not to turn my feet way out. I really want to force this range of motion where I'm pushing the hip over the knee. I don't want to so much get here. I want to open up this way, and then it's a skip. So from there, find a wall. We're gonna do some hip mobility as well as ankle. We're gonna do a leg swing on the wall. So I'm gonna show you from a posterior view, but what we're really looking at with the leg swing is when we're going through, we're getting this nice hip rotation, but we're also, if you look at the posterior side of the foot, we're getting this ankle mobility. So every time you're rotating on the leg, your knees don't rotate, your knees a little bit. We're really getting flexion and extension only in the knee. The rotation comes from your ankle and your hips. So this is what these look like using the wall. We're keeping our foot pointed whichever direction we're going. So as we go to the left side for me, then back to the right. And when you get more athletic, it's a really good swing. And what you'll find when you do these, you'll find the foot starting to rotate out. Really important to try to keep that foot straight. And once again, we'll do this on both sides as well. And the last one we're gonna do is a mobility exercise for the ankles. Shouldn't hurt, shouldn't really feel a stretch. We're just trying to actually get the ankle to go through range of motion. So we're here on the wall, foot nice and straight up on the toe of the back foot. From there, we're pressing just forward, and I'll show you this from an anterior view in a second. So we're pressing just forward and we're pressing out. So I like to go through 10, alternating, switch legs, go through the same thing. So what it looks like anterior view is I'm keeping here, and the first ones I'm just going straight over. Next ones I'm actually pushing, and I want to be able to look inside my knee to my foot. So when I do this alternating, something like this is why we're using a wall, a little bit hard to balance and coordinate and go through. So those are dynamic warm-ups. One more we're gonna do. So if those get boring, really cool thing you do is start putting everything together. So we're gonna go through hip flexor, hamstring, we're gonna march, quad, knee hug, really find out how good your balance is. We'll add in SLDL with the foot nice and straight. And then from there, you can actually come up, do the quad, touchdown, and you're good to go. Thanks guys, Justin Kalota, Tampa Fitness Factory. Have fun, enjoy those, go through them. Great way to start your workout.